Hi, welcome back to Sound of Motors. Thank you for subscribing, watching our videos. And today we've got a BMW 5 Series 520i 2-liter petrol engine. It's a 2014, so this timing chain is at the front. The way you can tell it, you can actually physically see the chain right there through the oil cap open, and you'll see the old timing chain. To do the timing chain on that, you will need the special tools, and if you don't have it, don't do the job. Basically, simple as that. That's what it looks like. That's just the basic kit, but that's the main ones you need. Crankshaft locking tool. That's a camshaft tool, and this is for the Vanos, basically timing tool, and that's your timing tensioner, like a holding tool. I'm not sure. Them bolts are just to hold it down. Yeah, the tool, because the actual tool bolts to the block. Okay, if you don't have the tool, don't do it. But if you want to get one, we can send you a link, and you can buy one before you do the job. Okay, let's crack on with it. First things, we'll have to strip the whole top off. You have to take all the injectors out, fuel pump off, the rocker cover off, obviously. Well, let's get some glove and crack on with it. Don't like that. Little screwdriver. Can't really see how they. There you go. Mhm. This one. That's two. Oh, yeah. Hiding. Some bolts are hiding. Right. Not sure if that's something holding there. Right, let's see. Okay. I'm not sure if I have to take this vacuum pump off. We'll see. Let's take this off. Give it a bit more room. Oh. I don't know, there seems to be a lot of them. All the way up to here. No, I think take that off might be a bit of a challenge. I'll leave that for a minute. One of them. That's the vacuum pump out. No, that's why it wasn't coming off. Ooh. Okay. See, the vacuum pump goes right through it. That's why it wasn't coming out. And that's all wobbly. Here's our chain. Oh, yeah, that's not quite what it's supposed to do at all. Yeah, that's a bit on the loose side. Okay, so they're the slots for the timing from the camshaft. These two slots up here, these slots, and these two pin holes. They're the timing for the camshaft of sprockets, or VVT, Vanos, whatever you want to call it. All the same thing. Well, we got the top bit stripped. Now we need to strip the axis for the crankshaft pulley. Just there. I might have to take all of that out. I might have to take my kneeling bar off to get to there. Right, let's do it. Okay. That's a big old malarkey. Well, it's out. Now we've got the access to the crank pulley now. Let's take the belt off first. Then it's not too sad yet. Right, I think I will remove this outer layer of the sprocket. comes off separately or not. It does. What I need to do now is time the engine up 24 mil. Let's see if they're lining up. Yeah, these holes are lining up more or less. Yeah, see that lined up perfectly. Right, the tool slips off. I'm not sure why you need to use them bolts. It's like to push it from behind it. I really don't see the point of these bolts, so I'm not going to use them. It's pointless. These two obviously holding the tool down. One here, one there. See, the tool is sitting. So that's the top part timed up. See, at the moment the chain isn't under tensioner. So obviously when at some point it gets loose. Okay, now we pin this up. I mean, that I know it's all gonna have to come out in a minute, but there you go, out of the way. Okay. Now I need to jack it up and then find the timing pin. Unless it goes there. I have to remove this turbocharger actuator. Couple of Torx 40s. Yeah, I don't have to take it right off. I just need to move it out of the way. I can get to the tensioner. The chain tensioner is just there. Okay, now I'll have to jack it up. That's better. a big old on the tray. Oh, that's a big old on the tray. A million of bolts that hold the under tray. It does say, according to the auto data, that you're meant to remove the sump, the subframe, the front chassis, you name it. So I'm not sure if we're gonna go that route yet. I will try my way first and see if it maybe it doesn't need to be done. But either way, I need to get to the back to put the timing pin in, and also undo the crank pulley bolt off. That needs to come out. Right, but first things first, let's find the timing. One of them in. Right, if I knew on which side, that would be good, but I'm not sure if it's on off side or near side. We'll see if I can find it. I think I found it. Oh, it's out at last. It's in. Right, let's pin in. At least the timing is done. Right, timing is done. Oh, nightmare to get to it. Now we need to undo this front crank pulley bolt. It's 22. Let's see if it's got enough room though. If I take the fan off, maybe it'll have enough room then. I think I have to take this off. It's on the way. Oh, that was awkward. Do I have enough room now? Just about enough room now. There's the tensioner. It still works. Alright. Let's put the old parts away. What size is this one? 24mm. Let's undo them as well. Okay. Now I take this plug out. I can see one plug here. Another plug is just here. So I think I'm gonna have to take the tensioner off because I can't get to the belt. Now I've got the access to the last plug. The tool can be removed. Now through the holes I need to remove the pins. Right, don't drop it. And same with this one. And one more. The last one is a bit tight. Now we need to take them two out. The whole assembly is moving now. There's nothing else holding it. See you later. Bye bye. I think I might have to take this sensor out to get it out. I was hoping not to take them out, but looks like I'll have to. Silly little things, but they're on the way. We'll see if I can get to any of them. Not so easy, but still easier than other jobs, I suppose. Okay. Okay, there you go. Now I can get it out. Exhaust inlet, it actually does say on them, but I still like to separate them. Well, a whole lot come out in bits. That should be all in one piece, but it's not. They're all falling apart. There you go. All of that is supposed to hold. Instead of being in three pieces, it should be one piece. Well, that's it then. That's out. Next job, we need to find a new timing chain. Looks correct. Chain, sprocket, guide, and the tensioner. I won't be needing tensioner just yet. See, that can go both ways. So, as you can see, with that facing inside the engine, so basically it goes that way. If you fit it the other way around, not good. So that way basically. Feed that in a hole. in between there. Then that can go in here. Pull it up. That's it. That's in, holding nicely. Goes over that way. And now that oh, I'm doing it very awkwardly, but never mind. Oh, come on. And that will click into that. And it becomes one piece. See, whole lot is a one piece. That goes in between there. And now, all of that assembly. Yeah, that's it. Is that one squirt? Yeah, that one. Oh, let's put the rag over it. Oh, there you go. Now the chain is on, holding. Oh yeah, please hold that for a minute. On this one also, you've got the little shim, so can't lose that. Now put that in.
It's complicated. No, it's not easy.
There you go, and that slips in, so that's through. So that it saves us taking a whole sump off. So according to the instructions, I'm meant to take the sump off, but we've done it without, so just saved us about 6 hours of time. As long as we don't drop anything else in, if you know what I mean, like one of them bolts. As long as we don't drop them, then it should be all good. Right, let's pop this guide pins in. That's one. That's two. Oh, this VVT seems to be all open, you know. It's normally the all sealed unit. This one seems to be all skeleton-y type or thing. That's one in. Let's take them out. That should have gone underneath. Give it a bit more wiggle room if we take them out. There you go. See, and that goes under there. Go. That's it. Okay. Now I can do them all up now, since they're all in now. Start one. We don't want them coming undone. Imagine them coming undone, the whole timing goes out of sync straight away. So now all the plastic, all the guides all sitting there, all in one piece. Yeah, as you can see, all of that spins free, and that's how it should do. So what we're gonna do now, I need to do up the crank pulley bolt. It's a funny procedure to do it. I'll tell you exactly how to do it. So them ones, 55 Newton meters plus 55 degrees, both of them. And then crankshaft pulley. To Google it, the crank pulley bolt settings, I can't remember, I couldn't find it. But obviously I like to do that first, because once you do that up, even if it moves a little bit, it doesn't really matter, because they're still going to be free. So you set up the timing. After that, you put the chain tensioner in, and it's all gonna get to where it's supposed to be. But I'm gonna put the plugs in first, and then so they're out of my way, because I will forget them again. Not again, but I tend to forget things. But so that's why I have to do it all in order, while I like to concentrate on one particular area, do it all there, and then move on to the next area. Otherwise my memory is not as good as it used to be, especially when it's a big job like that. Okay, that's that done. Okay. That's the plugs in, 2 of them. I'll do them up, then that way I won't forget them. And same with the crank sensors, camshaft position sensors. I can do them up now as well. Wipe them a bit. I've got a lot of swarf from the old chain. Because they're not going to be on my way anymore. There's so much cream and milk on it. Okay.
Have a look at any warning light at the dashboard for the brake. Yeah.
to go underneath and stick the bar into the flywheel. Tool didn't come with a flywheel locking tool, but it basically needs to hold the flywheel so it doesn't turn. Actually, oh, let him finish that. No, it's all right. Let him finish. It's only cleaning it anyway. So the opposite way.
Okay.
So get knocked out by the number plate. Oh, and the clip. He's got a special access hole for it. You didn't have to take the sump off. So if you didn't have to change the chain on the oil pump, then literally the whole procedure is about 5 hours quicker, because you don't have to strip suspension, don't take the wheels off. Are you in? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. It's tight. You've got a special tightening torque. That's it. Yeah. Thank you. Did it move at all or not?
It didn't.
No. Oh, that's all right then. I can put the time. I pulled the timing pin out, so just in case if it moves, I don't want the timing pin snapping.
Oh yeah, so it moved a little bit.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's cool. I think you just dribbled oil in your eye.
Oh my goodness. Well, so
Before it goes into the eyeball. Oh, yeah, you don't want that. Right, what I might do is put one more 22mm socket on and a bar, just in case if we need to move it a tiny bit here or there. If I can find my bar now. Oh, there it is. Right, I might ask you to move it maybe a fraction here or there until the pin slots in. Oh, I pulled the wrong way. Pull the pin out instead of pushing it in. Oh, I think it's in, but I don't suppose you can move it slightly so it doesn't move at all.
Then the
Just either way.
way.
Either way, just make sure it doesn't move.
Right.
And the other way?
No.
Is it moving at all or not?
It's moving.
Oh, is it moving?
Oh. Other way.
Yeah, so it doesn't go. Is it moving, yeah?
Yeah, it's moving.
Oh, right. And the other way?
It's moving.
Oh. Okay. I wonder why. And the other way? It's
Moving.
Okay. Oh, yeah, actually, I can get from here. Let's collapse this thing. Oh, there you go. It just clicked in. That's it. Now it's in. Yeah, that's in. It's only needed. It goes in by like a 2mm, if that, because it goes through the flywheel, or on automatic it goes through the torque plate. It's a slot, like it's like it's like long and flat sort of a edge slot, and the pin goes into that slot. So the bottom end is timed up. So now, because the top is all still easy to turn, that means that we can retime it all properly now. Because this tensioner is a spring loaded, I don't see the point of using the tool to hold the tensioner in. I can put that in straight away, and that will take all the slack off the chain straight away all by itself. Because you're supposed to use this tool. I'll show you. Oh. That one, you screw that in, and then you just screw that middle bit so until it's literally tight, and that's it. And the tensioner does the same job. And once we've done the timing, I'm going to turn the engine over to 2 revolutions and make sure the timing is still spot on. And it's a tightening torque, I think it's 80 Newton meters. Right. The chain nice and tight. That's good. So now I can put the tool back in. My 10mm socket doesn't like me. Always disappears. I don't know why, but it always disappears on me. I spend more time looking for 10mm socket than anything else. No, I have to do different 10mm socket. So that tool is still locked up. Never touched it, never removed it. The pins are in. If you move it and it doesn't move, that means that they're in. So now we can do up this 24mm socket. I think that's 22 still. 55 Newton meters plus 55 degrees. You heard the click there. That was 55 meters and 55 degrees that was. So now, removing all our gizmos. Come on. Oh. Now we need to remove the. Oh. What I'm gonna do now, because I know the bottom end is pinned up at TDC. I'll mark it here now. I can now. So when I turn it, I'll have to.
You don't want to go underneath.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's all pinned up. I can. Ah, there's my 10mm socket. There you are. That's the problem with having dark colored sockets. You can't see them. Oh, right. Let's get the pin out. Here's the. That's where it goes. I didn't know what it didn't say where it was. It's literally behind the exhaust. There's the exhaust. There's the pin. It literally goes by feel. Oh, where's my pin? Can't even see it now. There. There's my pin. It slides towards the back of the engine, sort of thing, towards the flywheel from the front back. But it's just there. Okay, that's easier to see. Now you can see my pin. There you go. There's the pin. Oh, there's the pin, and it slides back. But obviously I slid it out now. Yeah, there. On the offside of the engine. Just there. Okay. Right. Okay. Now I can turn the engine over and over and over. And that's one revolution. No valves were hit. That's good. Well, that's 2 revolutions, and the mark lined up exactly now. Because I know the pin will go in then now. So that is upside down, or back to front rather. You see the camshaft have to have this QR codes facing up. Then that means that you're in the right in the right area. There you go. A bit tight, but it's in. Don't have to do them up. I just need to actually pop that in. And they go in. And they're through. Yeah, they're definitely through. And that's through as well. Just to prove the point, I'll just hold them in and move the tool out. See, they're all in the holes. So that all fits perfect. After 2 revolutions, everything is lined up as it should. Oh. So all my timing gear can go away. The chain is done. We just need to put everything back together. And change the oil, obviously. Nice and tight. And that's without any oil. Because tensioner is oil filled, but it's also spring filled. It's got the spring in there. That's why I'm using that instead of a tool. I might start from the top. I don't want to put I'll remove my tool first, and then I'll start from the top in case I drop something before I put the under trays on. So it goes on the floor rather than in the under tray. Okay. Put this turbo actuator back on. I have to actually move it out of the way so I can otherwise you can't get the tensioner out. And that way the bolts don't fall. Right, that's the turbo actuator is back on. I can put my crank pulley back on. One of them. Okay, that's that on. That's auxiliary drive belt on. Okay, now I suppose I could put this fan shroud back in now. That was very awkward to remove. I think I'll take this out. That was the awkward part actually. Putting it in was a bit easier than taking it out, that's for sure. The fan is done. So when I took the tensioner off, all the oil come out from that hole. That can go back in as well now. Oh. Okay, that's that bit on. I can put this bar on now as well. Okay. That would have been a good time to replace the rocker cover gasket.
But customer.
No, it's on the budget. That's why we got no timing chain done on it.
No oil.
No, well, no oil is being drained now.
No, not oil pump.
No oil pump chain. That's what I mean. Yeah, no oil pump chain. So it's a bare minimum because the chain was rattling big time. So We're just changing literally basically bare minimum. And if it leaks at some point in the future, well, we'll have to remove all that rocker cover again. It was slightly leaking already,
Yeah, I
because
can
the exhaust, all of that was, I just washed it, but it was all damp. And same with the sump. Sump is quite damp as well. So I suppose some gasket is a bit on the leaky side. But unfortunately, we can only do as much as we're authorized to do. Otherwise, we will be paying for the jobs ourselves. Right. Let's pop that on. Oh. Check everything, double check 15 times. Because we had some stowaways. Some wires decided to climb underneath the rocker cover. And if you do that too tight straight away, you can trap some wires, you can break them, all sorts of grief. And that's why I don't put sump on first.
cover on first.
Yeah, or not sump, but the the cover on the tray.
It might be inside the oil pan.
How? How? It fell here and bounced all the way there just to fall into the oil sump.
I think it's in the oil pan.
Oh well. Oh, let's get my fishing magnet. And let's see if I can find my socket. Oh yeah, it is. It is, yeah. That's right. You get my fishing magnet. See, everything like me gets worn out. Sockets get worn out. The extensions get worn out.
Too much use.
Yeah. Right, the rocker cover is all tightened now. And fingers, toes crossed, everything is one leak, but we obviously don't have a new one, so I've done as much as I can for it not to leak, so that is as much as I can do. What I could do is I put this VVT, well, solenoids, I don't even know what they call in. Right, let's start one. Now, oh, they did like to put it right at the back, most awkward place, but it's all doable. Didn't need to take them out. that on. The fuel system is back on. Yeah.
You want to go early? Ashi, Aya?
I want to.
Yeah. You can't go.
I want to go.
Yeah. Want to see you tomorrow?
Will do, yeah.
Aya, see you tomorrow. After the everything transfer to this phone.
Okay.
Yeah, to continue tomorrow morning then.
But yeah, I don't need to anymore.
According to the book.
Yeah. But then you have to, according to the book, you're meant to take the sump off, subframe off, a lot of things off.
But that one useful, yeah?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's go on there. Lovely jubbly. I was just about to put the sump plug back in. Looks like I don't need to. I can put the sump plug straight in the bin. If I can get my socket out, because that was a bit on the leaky side. Right. It's one of them, nothing is just finger tight. And it goes in until it clicks. Oh, come on. Hello. Okay, that's in. Realized I've got the worst job still yet to go. Let's just put under trays back on. It's got literally a million bolts. Should have used really a screwdriver, but never mind. There you go. Right. Okay, let's do oil filters back on. Don't think this one's got a dipstick, does it? No, no dipstick.
Not that area.
Sorry?
Is it not that side?
No. Dipstick is on the engine. Right, no dipsticks on these engines here. No dipstick, then it's no dipstick. Oh, 6 o'clock.
1800. Okay. You want a funnel?
Sorry?
There's a funnel there. You want a funnel?
Don't need to.
As long as you, for good control, aim.
Well, the top of the engine looks quite lovely. Looks like a car now. Now I just need to put the 200 trays on. One of them is here. Right.
Yeah.
It's alive!
Yeah.
It's alive and it's not rattling.
Fucking live. No sound. Nothing.
Now make sure it's got no leaks either. That's the main thing. Let's have a look. Make sure it's got no leaks. I see no leaks here. It sounds nice and quiet. Yeah, you can see chain spinning around
Comfortably.
nicely and quietly. And ended up doing it without taking the sump off. Well, it's possible.
How many hours did you save?
How many hours? What time did I go? So I think we were here for about. I got here for 1 o'clock, I think, just after 1, and it's just after 6 o'clock. So it's 5 hours instead of 8.5. So 3.5 hours, and that's book hours. So it's 3.5 hours saved. They're not taking the sump off. So it's still taking a long time, but nowhere near as bad as if you have to take the sump off. I'll leave it running for a while, and then while I'm tidying up my tools away, and just make sure nothing leaks. And that's it. The chain's done, and another happy customer. Well, thanks for watching. Please do subscribe, watch, rewatch, whatever you want to do. Yeah, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.